Hi, so you want to learn vibrato? Great, that's awesome. Thanks for asking me. I'm really honored that you would comment and ask for advice. Let me start out with, without having seen you play, there's only so much advice that I can give. I would highly suggest that you seek out a violin teacher in your area, or that you seek out someone like me that teaches virtual lessons. Up to you, but that is my first step of advice. Next step of advice is, let's diagnose where you're holding your violin. Are you holding your violin with your left hand? Is that your need for having your hand glued to the neck on your instrument? Remember, the core of your violin hold should be between the back of your jaw and your shoulder, and you should be able to sit here theoretically all day comfortably without ever needing to let your violin down. This is where your instrument is held. That way your left hand is free to move about, both for vibrato as well as for shifting up and down the neck. Now, also let me, from that point, say that once we've established that, if we're good there, that starting with your knuckle by the neck and glued to your neck and creating that box shape, that is much like in skiing where we teach the wedge, the pizza shape, to give people a stable platform on which to get started. Then from that point, eventually we throw it out the window to be able to do more advanced skills. That's the same thing with vibrato, is that you start with that first knuckle glued to the side of the neck to give you a stable position on which to start with your hand. Now that you're looking to do vibrato, we need to release your hand. We need to get it rounded out and away from your neck so you can have that range of motion to be able to do vibrato, which is the collapsing of this first knuckle caused by pushing and pulling first with your arm, then with your wrist. That is the next step. What I would encourage you to learn next before you attempt to master vibrato, if you have not already, is learning how to shift. First, get comfortable getting in and out of third position. That is the first position that we teach. What is third position? What is fifth position? It is when you take your first finger, and then from this point, let's say if I were to build up to the third finger on the A string, which would be D, and now I'm going to take my first finger and replace where my third finger is. That is third position. Then from that point, you're going to want to build up to fifth position, which is essentially like first position, just one string over. For example, again, I'll go with the A string since we're already there. On the A string, you have B, C sharp, D, with 1, 2, and 3 respectively. Now you're going to take this B, match the pitch on your D string, excuse me, it's hard to find out of the blue, and then again, 1, 2, 3. And the reason I'm suggesting fifth position is now, if you look at my hand, my elbow has come underneath the instrument, and now I have that curve, an open hand, which is required very much for vibrato. It's a very similar hand position to learning how to play vibrato. So first, learn how to shift, and then from that point, then try vibrato. But it is not possible to do vibrato without releasing your hand from that neck. It's now time to take that training tool, throw it out the window, and let's do some more advanced skills. Have fun. Let me know if you need further help.